thanks so much, to Garelli. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Tigers, and next time ulit, kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mendiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and what Taguig fans and other things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu!
It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To all my Mahalika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mendiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawang magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want us to give them.
Let's get your weekend going with Philippines Football League action this March 7, a Saturday, of course, at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. It is match number 86, and we've got this rivalry brewing and taking in another chapter. Don Bosco Garelli United and Valenzuela PB Mendiola. Kyung Hyun Yo, who is going to captain Valenzuela PB for this game.
Step up, win their duels, win their area of the pitch, and contribute to a good performance. So that
black and orange. This one is off from himself on the counter. Off we go on the counter. Crawford took a touch, flag down, laid it to Okereke. There you go, first blood Garelli. Now they get the goal. Is he going to bring out his signature celebration? Not that it's expected. It's his branding, as we know. Let's watch and see.
Yeah. But you know, it's been a good goal. It was a very good goal from Okereke. Again, the question for this match was, can you take their chances? Because we know from Don Bosco that they do create chances. The question was, could they take them? And finally, for their sake, they're able to be clinical in front of goal and take the lead. It's something that's not happened too much this season. They'll be really happy that it has.
Diagonal ball. Sulit gifts it away. Crawford doesn't square it. And they double the lead here. It's a dream first half for Garelli.
Fantastic finish from Crawford. Punishes Reggie Sulit, who drops to the ground in frustration because it was a poor defensive touch. And fine margins in this match. If you make an error like that, you will get punished. But Crawford took that finish really well.
To score already for his previous team, Garelli, and Bacon lost his footing. Here's a touch. Almost the dagger here. When he was with Juan Taguig. It's with him now. Martins gets it. Katarinin. Also cutting inside. No angle. That was the case, but they end up connecting for number 3. They are putting this one beyond doubt. 2 goals, 2 dance numbers from Solomon Okereke.
Just as I was saying, it's been a tale of 2 strikers this afternoon. Okereke gets another goal. Right place, right time. for Okereke. A little bit of fortune about it because it did just bounce to him. But he will take that, and Don Bosco will take that. And you can see the Mendiola players slump shoulders, but Don Bosco, they're going to get all 3 points in the 6-pointer.
With Reggie Sulit, he showed some promise actually on the attack, but it was quite tough defensively for him as it is another opportunity. And they bury it there. It was already the dagger earlier when Okereke made it 3-0, and Jerome Abarca claims a goal of his.
Great goal from Abarca, great finish, great counter-attack from Don Bosco. Abarca had so much time and space to think about where he was going to put the shot, and he puts it into the near post, beats the goalkeeper, who's been good this match, but he's not going to save that.
We have the full-time whistle right here. Garelli and their 8-game winless run, and they do it in style behind the efforts of Solomon Okereke. He got to find the back of the net twice. Also set up the goal of Jerome Abarca.
Good afternoon from the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium, where it is game 2 of our Saturday triple header, and it is a matchup between Valenzuela PB Mendiola and Don Bosco Garelli United. Hampson 5 midfield, he's going for 3-5-2. For Don Bosco Garelli, you see Pape Nalang well in support as we take a look at the substitutes. Certainly some of the heavyweights of this competition as we are underway now. Vida gets it out wide. Got support in the middle. It's nice positioning. Execution for the shot wasn't there though. Deal with the danger. All in behind. Controls well. He's got support on the right side. Opts to go to the opposite direction. Out comes the goalkeeper to collect Naka. Lots of room to deliver the cross. And Bida!
To get those attacks.
Rodos this time kind of curls it in. Still offside call. Bida gets it. That's into the hands of Etheridge.
To connect towards that end, but it's not over just yet.
Don puts it onto his left foot. What an opportunity. Just could not find the target. Tag We Are PFL across all the different social media platforms. Don bringing that one down. Past his man, squaring it to Young. That is a great save. Swinger. Punched out. His own teammate getting in the way. Runs into trouble with Fofana. Dora. With the attack going.
And here's some last-minute action from Mendiola, giving it to the flanks.
That's a great save. Fofana making the deep run. Garelli United. Already 2 big saves for him. Oh, bouncing around dangerously. Shoto Ishii had a lot to do actually in that first half, but all of a sudden needed to make 2 big saves.
To have off-the-ball movement so that we have more options and we have more chances in getting those attacks. This is a pretty similar picture towards that first half where DB Garelli was popping with their attack. Perhaps it is a similar take here in this second half rather. That switch of play so you can catch DB Garelli off guard.
Alan lifting it, and what a chance from Takardon, just could not find his bearings with that header.
Switching the play, trying to make that chance for themselves. There goes that cross.
Dolan getting his head to it. He's going to win a corner kick. Going long, but didn't get the distance he wanted. Guy gets it to Mbida. Gondas has room. Nonchalantly over to Bangi. Guy now. Great cross! Fantastic finish! Don Bosco Garelli United off the mark. Johan Embida with a bullet header to open the scoring. Roby unable to take it under his spell. It's the substitute now, finding Tacardon on the left side. Francis Tacardon. Chance here for Valenzuela, and that is wide. Thought they had an opportunity, but Ishii has been quick. Meanwhile, United with an opportunity here. Fantastic setup from Yamaguchi Embida.
The left side of the pitch there. Tacardon making things happen, going for that tiki-taka again and again. And there it goes. He has that space.
And he's done it again. The veteran. Ruben Balot Doctora.
That's our player to watch out for. Ruben Doctora. And with that build-up and that teamwork inside the penalty area leading to the equalizer of Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
Sensational stuff. Incredible.
But impact-wise, I feel like he could really help a lot in receiving that corner. Both teams, they've been running up and down the entire field.
Embida going for the spectacular.
Their formation.
Ruben Doctora is onside and just wide.
And it's taking a while to go to that positive transition.
These are when the heavy legs really come into play. Pulling with a reverse pass, Yamaguchi! An incredible goal! Yuta Yamaguchi puts Don Bosco Garelli United back in front.
It's really in these last few minutes when your legs are heavy, when fatigue is starting to settle in, you just have to give yourself that push. And that's exactly what Yamaguchi showed. Mendiola really to switch the play.
Finding room, Tacardon's cross. That was a header for Doctora. Ayol gives it away. This could go in behind. Johan Embida has got Yamaguchi in support. Can the Japanese seal it? Off the post. Tackle, an important one from Mariola. Player down with cramps. Could this be one more opportunity? What a chance for Mendiola. One last opportunity for Valenzuela.
They're inside the box, but easily collected.
That is it! Don Bosco Garelli United register their first 3 points of the season. And are made to work, made to dig deep.
Thank you. So I think today is so big win. I'm happy to able to score first goal of.
Good evening. Time for match 2 on our Wednesday doubleheader in the Philippines Football League, as we have another matchup in the classification round. Don Bosco Garelli United taking on Valenzuela PB Mendiola. Jing Hamlang and Natasha Alquiros Deto calling the action here from the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Great game on our hands here. DB Garelli United have had quite the resurgence in the second round, and now they're trying to bring that momentum into the third round as they take on a Valenzuela PB Mendiola that has also drastically improved in the second round, and has this season has unfolded. They have continued to pick up more quality, but there is a bit of a gap between the two of them in the standings.
When you take a look at the standings, Garelli are at that number 8 position with 15 points. Mendiola at 10th with 7 points, especially after Tuloy winning their game against Army. And when you take a look at this on paper, especially with the results from the first round and the second round, Don Bosco Garelli have the upper hand. They beat Mendiola 2-1 in the first round and 4-0 in the second round. But thank God football isn't played on paper. And for this third round matchup, Mendiola have the chance to make an upset if they can get the win against Garelli. We know that they have the quality in moments of the game, but it's all about consistency for this matchup.
Don Bosco Garelli United, they weren't really in the picture of being amongst the top in the classification round, but the second round proved to be a completely different story for them. They've surged back and have made themselves into a proper club here in this second round. And Don Bosco Garelli United, you have to credit them for how they have restructured their club and have come back in a big way here in the PFL.
I feel that the moment where you could sense that there was a shift in how they played was when they traveled to Cebu. When they traveled to Cebu, and in the start of that game, Garelli were up 2-0 against Cebu in Cebu before Cebu eventually won that matchup 4-2. But you could tell that their style of play was there in moments of the game. You could tell that they've already picked up momentum. The fluidity was getting much better, and the chemistry for the team was building up. It just wasn't in a time before the breakout between the championship and the classification round. But you love to see the improvements made by Don Bosco Garelli. It feels that every step in the right direction.
Let's take a look at the starting 11 here. For Don Bosco Garelli, Michael Sims will be in that back line. Solomon Okereke is going to be up front. Jerome Barca has been a nice addition to them. And you've got there Renato Bangi, Ebenezer Aguie, Kai Kimura bolstering their lineup. It's quite an 11 that they've started to figure out here. And it seems as if mas meron na silang talagang idea kung sino ang best players nila na maaasahan. And of course, isa dun si Solomon Okereke, who is our player to watch today.
Okereke has 9 goals to his name. Picked up a lot in their recent matchup against Army, 4 goals. So when the striker gets that momentum, when they get the goals coming, the confidence builds for an attacking player. And you feel that he's going to carry on that momentum from their last match onto today.
We have an opportunity to listen in to Coach John Paul Masubay. Let's check this out.
The team is looking forward for this game, so we are happy to be back at the game. So expectation is we still keep the momentum up, and we try to do our best because we respect all the teams that we face this round 3, and we respect them through doing our best and keep on setting a high standard when we play and finding ways to get better. And we will do this as a team. And thank you for the support of all the Garelli teams, the people behind, and all the people who support us. So thank you.
Same approach for Don Bosco Garelli. They know they've got the advantage on paper against Valenzuela PB Mendiola, but they will be looking to keep their momentum going here in this PFL season. Meanwhile, over onto the side of Valenzuela PB Mendiola, it's been a tough go for them in recent times. When you look at the results, they certainly have not gone their way. However, if you compare them to the results that they had in the first round, the margins have really diminished. They've made the matches a lot more competitive, And you could look at this, 3-1 against Stallion, 1-0 against Taguig, 1-1 against Tuloy. There are some score lines here that show that may progress dito para sa Valenzuela PB Mendiola, particularly in the second round.
We feel that, just like we talked about Garelli, you feel that the chemistry for this team in the second round, after losing players, replacing players, they're now finding their fluidity and momentum coming into the third, most especially weaving players, connecting players up on top like Obi, Fofana, Arañas, Berilla, and Embida. Kevin Motakian, a great addition to the side of Mendiola as well, on a loan from Taguig, but has made such a big impact as the goalkeeper of choice.
Let's take a look at the starting 11. Not too many changes to the side that pushed Maharlika to a 3-2 scoreline. You mentioned the names earlier, Fofana, Obi, and Bida. These are going to be key players for them. And you're looking at Kevin Montagian in goal, who has not only become a key addition in between the sticks, but has become a real leader for them. But one player who has stood out in recent times is a young man who is really making a name for himself. Demnes Nico Arañas has really stepped up to the plate, and when things were looking bad against Maharlika, he stepped up and really gave them the energy to spark a comeback that ultimately just fell short.
We feel that Arañas is also a player that's in good form at the moment, especially in their last two outings. He did pick up a brace against Army before putting on the great performance against Maharlika. And as you mentioned, Arañas, he's a player that has come up from the UAP system, from Adamson, now onto the big stage, the PFL. And to see him in this role for Mendiola, to be our player to watch. Let's see what he can come up and what he has up his sleeve in the upcoming game.
What are the expectations of Valenzuela PB Mendiola in this match? Well, let's find out with this interview.
Hi, I'm Kevin Motagian, goalkeeper of PB Mendiola. Today is a tough game against Garelli Don Bosco. They are a very good team in these few games. They have good confidence, so it will be a tough game today. The players are ready. We train good this week. We do a good win against Army. We win 4-2. The guys do a great job. They show a lot of serenity, lot of aggressivity. I love the mindset of the players for the last game. So I think today we can do a big game also. I hope.
Kevin Montagian has taken on such a leadership role that he is also doing pre-game interviews for them, but spoke very well there, Kevin Montagian, and he is correct. They have been getting some good results. They've been building their confidence, and they're hoping to be able to push themselves here against a Don Bosco Garelli side that has pushed their way up to 8th spot in the standings after really struggling in that first round where they were alongside those at the foot of the table. Bigla-biglaan, nakakuha sila ng napakaraming puntos. And as we see here, 5 wins to their record. Impressive stuff from DB Garelli United.
Of course, Don Bosco Garelli taking on Valenzuela PB Mendiola. The likes of the attack, I feel that the attack will take center stage for both teams, with Mendiola leaning on the likes of Obi, Embida, and Arañas. And for Garelli, you have the likes of Abarca, Okereke, and Kimura.
You know, when you look back at that match between Mendiola and Maharlika, there were some opportunities missed there by Obi and Fofana. You know, it could have very easily been a win for Valenzuela PB Mendiola. That's how close they were to winning against the best team in the classification round. So we are expecting a great contest between these two teams in a very competitive match. So here we go. Kickoff just around the corner between Don Bosco Garelli United and Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
Football Club.
Here we go, starting lineup for Don Bosco Garelli United. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We have here a starting 11 that is tried and tested para sa kupunan ng Don Bosco Garelli United.
She will be the goalkeeper of choice. The back line, Sims, Katarinin, Mahinay, and Bangi. Midfield of Melkako, Age, Yamaguchi, Barca on the left, Kimura on the right, and Okereke up on top.
They have Desmond Engay off the bench, Jean-Marie Clarino as well, so quite a few players that they can add on to provide a bit of support if needed. Banjo Mahinay with the captain's armband alongside Kevin Montagian of Valenzuela PB Mendiola FC. It's going to be Meliton Pelayo, the man in the middle, assisted by Ryan Flores. Analu Arrogante with Mick John Pineda as the fourth official. Very interesting contest between these two. Valenzuela PB Mendiola hoping to have the last say in what has been a series so far dominated by Don Bosco Garelli United. As we take a look at the starting 11 for Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
Saw earlier the captain Motokian will be leading this team from the back. The back line of Escosora, Felicia Park, and Soberano. Wafaku will play an important role connecting the midfield and the defense, holding the spaces in between. You have Obi on the left, Perilla on the right, the middle alongside Ogwafakuya, Fofana and Arañas, and Embida up on top. You'd say on the attacking end, this is their strongest attacking formation.
Substitutes on the bench for both teams, a fuller lineup for Garelli United. As we take a look at the potential game changers on the bench. Azad Nuran was brought on to chase the game late for Maharlika. He's going to be hoping for more of an opportunity this evening. All the players situated on the pitch. Meliton Pelayo having a look at his watch. Just waiting a few more seconds before the start of this contest. Jing Hamlang and Natasha Alquiros Deto calling the second of our doubleheader on this Wednesday. Things really starting to heat up here at the bottom end of the table. Fantastic opportunity to get one over the other. It's a point of pride here in the Philippines Football League 2025-26 season. Here we go.
Those who aren't familiar with the PFL, and we have changed for the 2025-2026 season. It was a double round robin in the third round. Things were split up between the championship round and the classification round. In the top 6 will go head to head, while number 7 to 11 will go one round. We've already started the third round in the classification. So far, the games have been competitive.
Maharlika so far have handled their business as the leaders of the classification round. They've gone 2 for 2. And it hasn't been smooth sailing for them. They're Their first encounter against Valenzuela PB Mendiola. They were up 3-0 at halftime. That match finished 3-2. We're expecting Valenzuela PB Mendiola to have taken confidence from that match. Eager to test themselves against Don Bosco Garelli. Early corner kick for United. Confident keeping from Montaguian. Strong challenge, but got too much of the man. Not enough of the ball. Free kick here, once again for the men in black and orange.
Foul's called on Perilla. Garelli get to continue on the attack.
Everybody back here for Mendiola. No runners out. Looking to float this one into the box. Shot was blocked. They're looking for a handball. Nothing given. Again, trying to restart the play quickly. Allowing that ball to bounce around.
It's always that danger that it possesses when you just let it bounce rather than taking it first time.
Navigate the wing here. Arañas linking up with Ugo Facu. Medyo mabigat lang yung pasa. It's going to be easy for Ishii, getting his first touch. One thing you have to appreciate about Don Bosco Garelli United is the character they've shown this season. When things didn't go their way in the first round, instead of give in, they were resolute. In fact, were inspired to work even harder to get their way into this position. Kung maalala natin, not too long ago, they took part in their first season in the PFL, and that was not a very good showing from them. Kaya naman, heading into the second time in the league, we were expecting that they were gonna understand already what the standards were. Again, medyo nabulaga sila with the level and the standard that the PFL was able to showcase this season. But they were never deterred. They always found a way to step up, and here they are. They're proving a really tough test, even for the championship teams that are in the top 6. Hindi madali na out itong Don Bosco Garelli United.
Resilience that they're showing in this league as well to adjust year in, year out. A good example would be Manila Digger, one of the newer clubs. Look at where they are now.
Ball to the box, opportunity off the post. So close to an opener for Don Bosco Garelli United. Long-range effort, that one's gonna go wide. What a chance.
Nothing Mendiola could do but watch. Ball bouncing awkwardly inside the box. The player from Garelli gets a touch to it. It goes goal bound. Tell it had all the power in it. It hits the post.
Fantastic reactions. Take that snapshot. If I'm not mistaken, it was Martins Melgaco, but we'll need confirmation on that a little later on. Here he is, Melgaco. Brought down, clipped from behind. Foul called on Ugo Facu.
Mendiola have to be careful. They've been giving away silly fouls in this area, allowing Garelli take set piece opportunities. We just saw it a few minutes ago. Are very capable of causing trouble.
Just had the back of his leg raked there, Melgaco. Doesn't look like much in real time, but it's a painful one. Yamaguchi lining this one up. 5 at the edge of the area. Yamaguchi's ball, it's got a lot of pace on it. Opportunity to center. Staying resolute. Mendiola. Bit of a loose pass. Still under pressure here.
Mendiola did well with the initial danger. Tried to pass their way in the back afterwards. Good press being put on by Garelli.
Looking for the nice link up, edge of the area. That's really good pressure. Trying to loop it over the keeper. Couldn't get it on target. Good intentions, execution just a bit lacking.
Again, it's just about that awkward bounce. It happened right in front of Katarinin. When you allow that ball to bounce, it's that extra time for the attacking player to run on to the ball.
Doesn't need an invitation, Johan Mbida. Will challenge you in the air. Hugo Fakwe this time on the wrong end of the tackle. Shaping up to be an interesting midfield battle tonight. Lovely diagonal ball. Opportunity to turn. Melgako unaware. There was a man behind him. Arañas quick to recover. Foul called. Johan Fofana drawing the whistle.
Talk about that midfield battle. Both teams, one with clear possession at the moment.
Mendiola able to dispossess, but unable to make much of it. It's a loose pass from the goalkeeper, putting himself under pressure. It's the opener. Valenzuela, PB Mendiola get the first goal through Julian Perilla.
And the favorite celebration of the Mendiola players who find themselves in that scoring momentum game after game after game. The team gaining confidence, the chemistry of the attacking players on a full display. But look at that from Ishii. It's not the best, and it falls perfectly for Perilla. Able to get away from Katarinin and blasts that on goal. And those are very dangerous when you give those diagonal balls. Right in front of goal, right outside the box. Perilla, you'd say, right place, right time, still had a lot to do. Put himself in such a good position to begin with.
Don Bosco Garelli United enjoying a bit of dominance early on in this game. Had the possession, were creating the chances. Struck the upright. But Mendiola have drawn first blood here. I told you it was going to be a great game. It's already showcasing a bit of a surprise here. 10 minutes in. Valenzuela in the lead.
Yeah, that was a goalkeeping error from the back there. And a lot of options to pass it to or to send that one out onto the right, but to give it across, very low. Was easily intercepted by Perilla.
As you said, still so much to do there, and Perilla really handled the situation expertly well. Great pace from Obi. Usually trying to prevent the corner kick here. The way that ball sat up for Perilla, a lesser player perhaps would have bundled the opportunity. Some quick thinking and some real technique and quality to bury that. Garelli looking to respond here. Kimura. Control. Looking for the run on the far post. Medyo mabigat lang yung pasa para kay Yuta Yamaguchi.
First 10 minutes of this game, nothing but excitement. You wouldn't expect that it's a classification round matchup. Game started, so Garelli hit the post already. They had another chance as well. Quickly on the opposite end. Mendiola able to punish a mistake. Find the back of the net.
Again, gonna collect, preventing the corner. Great run into the box. Montaguian, fantastic awareness. Barca was making a very dangerous inroad into a scoring position. Crowded out. 3 players around the ball. Garelli doing well.
Just look back again at these two teams that have gone head-to-head 2 times in round 1. It was a 2-1 between Garelli and Mendiola.
It's a good pass to create the space initially from Mahinay. The shot, however, well over the bar.
The space that they gave Hagye. Right outside the box, there was no pressure on him. He had a space on all angles to take that shot. Did guide, but he saw Montaguian not happy. No one closing down on the midfield players running into space.
Looking to switch it. Sims anticipating where that ball would be. Makes its way to Kai Kimura. Chop. That's a really good ball. Right outside that 6-meter box.
The effort from Kimura on the right-hand side. Definitely one of the dangerous attacking players for the side of Garelli. We've seen him score a hat-trick against Deloy. Able to get a quick bit of space against the defender. Give a great ball inside the box.
Set pieces have been piling up very early into this game. It's a good ball from Yamaguchi. Mendiola just about dealing with the danger. Great work from Mbida. Trying to get the transition going here. It's a bit behind his intended target. Sims. Garelli trying to pick up the tempo. Sims has a bit of room. Able to find the passing lane and pick it off. Mbida taking it on his own. Challenging Katerinin, sending him flying. Bit of a loose touch. Almost punished. Now looking for the run of Okereke. It's well dealt with by Felicia.
Once again, Garelli on the attack. Back and forth between these two teams. Gotta love the pace that this game has been played.
Little stop start. Obi. Fofana in support. Arañas arriving. It's a great ball forward. Skips past this man. Can Obi find a teammate? He's gonna go on his own. So close. Forcing a stop from Shotaro Ishii on his near post.
What a save from Ishii. Trying to make amends from the earlier mistake. Obi, so much confidence, composure inside the box, wiggle his way from some space, takes a shot, forcing a one-hand save, close range, so much power, but Ishii with a stop.
Mendiola looking very dangerous on the counter. Mbida, Obi, Fofana, or Arañas as well. Great ball over to the left flank. Mendiola's turn out to threaten from a corner. It's a deep one. Already getting some distance on it. Yamaguchi. Getting it out wide. Kind of wriggle free. Okereke, a bit further from goal than he would like. Looking for the exchange. Ganda na pagkabasa ni Felicia. It is another corner kick. Yamaguchi has put in some really dangerous deliveries. You find a teammate here. They're going to play it short. Melgaco showing. Yamaguchi's ball. Montaguian. What a stop. And he paid for it as well. Strong contact on the goalkeeper. You can see his teammate already asking for a bit of medical attention. We'll see here on the replay, he took quite a collision.
Able to get his hands to it. It's a good ball from Yamaguchi. Takian was sandwiched in between two players, Okereke and Sims. You can see that Okereke got a lot of the body, none of the ball.
Strong goalkeeping.
That's why he's wearing that captain's armband as well. It's just how strong and confident Motakian has been. Corners, crosses inside the box to be able to collect those high balls. Or to just punch it out of danger.
So far, it's been proving very difficult to break down this Mendiola wall. 20 minutes into the contest. BOSCO GARELLI United have done a lot of knocking. They haven't been able to open the door.
for the side of Mendiola. He's able to put one back care of Perilla. It was initially something that came out of nothing. Nonetheless, take whatever's given. Also found different ways. Could have been more than one. Connection of Obi and Bida and Arañas up on top.
Another great ball there. Arañas able to get that around the corner. Just not on the same wavelength there. Obi and Mbida. Kai asking a lot of Yamaguchi there. I must say, despite the possession of Don Bosco Garelli United, Mendiola looked that little bit more dangerous when they do have the ball. Garelli United engaging high up on the pitch, almost being repaid here. And they are repaid. They pick up possession. Mendiola in a bit of disarray at the moment. They regain possession in midfield. And Bida trying to cause headaches with his pace and his power. And he's kept possession for his side, and he's advanced them into the final third.
It's great solo effort from Mbida down the wing there. Put on the pressure to Sims to send that one out. Throw in again in favor for Garelli, for Mendiola rather.
Throw in didn't quite come off. And pushed back here to the halfway line. Past the halfway point. Mendiola in the lead. May have an opportunity here. Obi out wide. It was used as a decoy. In the end, the shot lacked the power and precision from Fofana. Switching the play, great intention. Just couldn't be controlled.
It's that decision making from Fofana. He's not on the same page there. Could have taken the shot, but he took an extra touch. Made it harder for himself to take it. Also had a running OB on that left side. Regardless, they are up 1-0. If really eventually get the score, these are the moments that you'd want to play back.
Mendiola not quite out of danger. There is a whistle blown, infraction on Garelli. Seems like the ball went out. Mendiola happy to take their time here to get their players forward. Don Bosco Garelli United lost a bit of their momentum here.
I feel that it's also by their own doing. You could see in the reactions of a lot of players, they're putting both hands down, asking the other players around them to slow it down, to take their time.
Looking for Obi. Under pressure. Kimura doing well. Pinay. Cut it in. Getting it to Sims.
Mendiola just dropping a bit lower.
Okereke. He's got it out wide. Kimura rifles it in. And that's into the hands of Monteguian. Fell to the right person. Okereke is certainly the man you want to be taking the shots.
I feel that of the times that they have been the most dangerous, it's really on that right-hand side. From Kimura, the balls that he's been giving. Setting up his teammates quite nicely. The final touch just hasn't been there.
Gakko unable to find Yamaguchi. Mendiola not going to pressure on this occasion. Keep the gas in the tank here. It's going to be a goal kick.
I feel that Mendiola, as you mentioned, after scoring the goal, has been happy with defending first, attacking second. And you feel that a part of that could just be from they're in this unfamiliar territory against Garelli, where they're the ones in the lead against them. The last two times that they did go against each other, they're always on the trailing end.
Monteguian being asked to play a little bit more quickly by referee Melaton Pelayo. Trying to play down the wing. Such a tricky customer. And Bida, quite the confidence to be pulling the trigger from that distance.
Just couldn't hit that one right. The display from Obi on the left-hand side. He's been one of the more dangerous players.
To be calm and composed, and he was. Ugo Faku. And here come Garelli. Gakko stopped.
Ugo Faku, as we mentioned, plays such a vital role. Cover the spaces in between defensively for Mendiola. He's been doing a lot of the invisible work.
Obi unable to get past as Kai Kimura was tracking back. Yamaguchi now chased down. Felicia can get forward. Couldn't find a teammate. Room to turn. Aguirre. Gakko. Pull the trigger. That's an easy save for Monteguian.
So secure collecting that one. Just wasn't on the same page with anyone there. And you notice Monteguian gives that one short before the defender sent that one long.
Guilty of giving the ball away a bit cheaply here, Mendiola on a few occasions. Been good at stifling Don Bosco Garelli. Okereke now. Again, has the door shut as Felicia recovers in time.
The awareness from Felicia, knowing that Okereke is one of the most dangerous attacking players for the side of Garelli. Already 9 goals to his name, and he scored a brace the last time these two teams went toe-to-toe.
In swinger from the corner kick. It's a great delivery. There was a push inside the box, says Militon Pelayo. Okereke was close to getting an attempt on goal. Let's have a look at it here. Fantastic ball.
Say that it was not quite seen perfectly, but the pressure that Sims was putting on the goalkeeper, just pushing him backwards. The referee saw that. That was the call made.
Soberano gives it away under a lot of pressure. High press paying off.
Garelli continue on their attack once more. They are on the back end. So they've been aggressive in finding ways to connect.
Age and Yamaguchi linking up nicely. And this is what they need more of. A bit more inventiveness, a bit more creativity from Don Bosco Garelli United to open the door.
See Mendiola now just absorbing a lot of the pressure. Have been quickly giving away possession. Garelli is constantly on the attack. Just the quality in the final third that needs to be fine-tuned.
Got it in. Crucial intervention. Bida was threatening to get in behind. So far, Mendiola doing well to limit Garelli to shots from outside the box, which Montaguian seems to be happy enough with.
See the intention as well from Mendiola when the attacking players, they're almost at the edge of the attacking third. They also aren't afraid to give away the fouls there. They don't want Garelli to always find their momentum.
Mahina is sending it in.
So far, we're not seeing Garelli really take advantage of the piled up set piece opportunities.
Sims getting forward. It's headed away. If Bida can run. We saw there was a lot of black and orange shirts waiting for him. Just holding things up. Clever exchange. Given away. Maguchi linking up with Okereke. Barca.
He's trying to run through too many players in white there.
Felicia getting it forward. Mbida, lovely piece of skill. But cut it in with the recovery. Very busy indeed.
Seeing Katarinin. He doesn't get it always the first time. He's a player quick to track back, make up for his mistakes.
Montaguian again, spotting the lofted ball. Fofana with a nice turn. And progressing nicely here. Arañas getting it forward. Loose from Mbida. Looking for that ball through, and Melgaco is caught on the release. Bit of a cheap one to give away for Mendiola.
A lot of stop-start when it comes to the attack of Garelli. And fouls definitely have been adding up. No cards just yet.
They're doing a good job of taking a rotation in the fouls committed. Yamaguchi's ball. Well spotted and headed away. Escosora seeing it all the way. Arañas now. It's been tidy in midfield.
The connection between Obi and Arañas, it's been palpable. I feel that it just keeps getting better the longer that they are playing together. Their understanding of the movement of one another, it's really just been there building up. What more if these teams stay together until the next season?
Great touch. Putting it on a plate almost for Yamaguchi. Japanese connection between Kimura and Yamaguchi almost coming to fruition.
It's a long ball from the back. Kimura with the chest. Couldn't tell if he was trying to take a shot.
And it's a second for Mendiola. All of a sudden, out of nothing, Johan Mbida makes it 2-0. Capitalizing on a bit of uncertainty at the back from Don Bosco Garelli. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-goal lead for Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
I have to think, what was Ishii thinking? So far on out. Also that ball, Mbida was all alone. Miscommunication defensively in the back from Garelli. You feel Garelli have had more of the chances, more of the possession. But Mendiola have just been punishing Garelli for the mistakes that they've made at the back. There's a game of fine margins, but only on one end.
Looking for an opportunity. Not gonna get the whistle like that. Clean defending from Youngmin Park. Obi is a willing runner. And Ugwa Faku, who's joined from midfield. The pressure is on Don Bosco Garelli United here. We did talk about this match being a fantastic prospect. It's living up to it. Venezuela PB Mendiola. As we've been harping on about our renewed side, just like Don Bosco Garelli. We're seeing just that renewed confidence for them. They know if they get an opportunity to get in transition, get the ball to the right people, there is always an opportunity to create a chance.
As you mentioned, on the record, Garelli has won first two outings that they went against each other. Mendiola took that as a challenge to prove them wrong the third time around. At the moment, they're in this sweet spot. Not only able to score one, but 2 goals, give themselves a cushion. 40 minutes have played, and if they can get a 2-goal advantage right before halftime, half the job done.
Monteguian looking for Obi. Incredible. Escosora unable to take advantage. But what a benefit to be able to have a target like Obi Okereke. Got it to Yamaguchi, who could not touch it on. And now Ugwafaku running forward. Saying he got caught on the release as he was trying to catch out Ishii. And here's the goal from earlier.
Two players were on Perilla, but he was able to give the ball to a lonesome Mbida.
Again, the question is, what is Shotaro Ishii doing in that position? So far off his line, outside the box, in fact. Mbida just curling it around him. Makikita mo dun, when he was making his dive, he's actually outside the box. He wouldn't have been able to use his hands. The player down here, Ugwafaku, needing a moment to recover.
Mendiola finding the sweet spot of being the better team in transition. You'd feel that Garelli have won more turnovers against Mendiola. 2 or 3 times that Mendiola have won the ball back in a dangerous area, quickly able to turn those into goals.
Lots of question marks here for Don Bosco Garelli United. How do they respond to this?
I think that they would have been the team coming off good momentum, back-to-back wins. Big margin win against Army, 9-1. 3-1 against Tuloy.
Looking for Obi, unable to control. Early signs were pointing into the direction of Don Bosco Garelli United as well. Opening 10, 15 minutes maybe prior to the goal. Thought United were in control. They looked the more likely to score. But after that goal from Perilla, it's been a different story.
That's when the mentality of the team will really be tested. It's a team that has scored 4-0 against them, 2-1 against them. This time they find themselves where they have to come back from behind.
Here comes another transition. Look at Arañas making the run. And Mbida gets it to him. Arañas now stepping on the brakes. It's it back to Mbida. Obi in support. Difficult one to navigate. Medyo pinuwersa ng konti.
4 players surrounding him. Front, back, left and right. Obi, Mbida, Arañas, they have been so dangerous on the ball. They're able to find each other as well on the transition.
Sims getting it forward quickly. Better from Garelli. 3 minutes to be added on in this first half. Sora trying to release Mbida.
This time around, Hina able to just send that one out. From a running Mbida.
You have to credit this front line. Mbida, Obi, Arañas, they always seem to be available in transition. Ugwafaku saying he got the ball. Don Bosco Garelli getting the play restarted from a very different position. out by Militant Pelayo. Katerinin looking for Okereke. Second ball. It's pounced on by Fofana. Soberano under pressure. Coughs up possession.
It's been a bit quiet from Abarca on that left-hand side.
Poked away. Arañas losing out. Gakko bundled over by Arañas.
Know that he's getting a stern warning for that. It's all player, no ball.
That's where you pull out ref. Una ko pa lang.
Last chance, yun na yun. Yan yung tawag. Last chance, last chance.
Okereke going down in a heap. Looking for the penalty, nothing given. Yamaguchi playing on. Kept in play, Kimura delivers the ball. How quickly Okereke got up when he found out play was still with his team. Fantastic work there from Perilla.
Perilla definitely putting in the work. The defensive and the attacking end.
There is the halftime whistle. Surprise, surprise. Valenzuela, PB Mendiola are in the lead here after 45. Not just one goal, but 2 goals to their name. And Don Bosco Garelli United on the back foot as we enter the halftime break. Valenzuela, PB Mendiola 2. Don Bosco Garelli United 0.
Yeah, thanks so much, to Garelli. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support, Manila Tigers. And next time ulit, kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mendiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and what Taguig fans and other things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu. It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To all my Mahalika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mendiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawang magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want for us to give them.
welcome back. It's halftime at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium where Valenzuela PB Mendiola are in the midst of a surprise result here against Don Bosco Garelli United. Goals from Perilla and Embida see them 2 goals ahead against a team that is 8 points in front of them in the standings. It's been an extraordinary match so far.
When the game started, you'd feel that Garelli looked like the more dangerous team, but Mendiola able to take advantage of that missed clearance from Ishii. It just fell perfectly for Perilla, who got away from the press of Catarinin before firing that in the back of the net to get that first goal. Obi has been fantastic on that left-hand side, so much confidence, taking those shots from distance.
On the opposite side, Monteguian has been involved quite a bit, and here's the second goal. Not quite, actually. This is another opportunity that fell into the hands of Ishii. Don Bosco Garelli United, to their credit, worked really hard in trying to get back into this game, but Monteguian has been a force in between the sticks, and alongside his defense, they've been holding firm despite taking up a lot of pressure. And here's the goal. It seemed like it was coming from nothing, and Embiid all of a sudden fired away because Ishii was out of position, and great awareness from the striker to be able to take advantage of the moment and develop a bit of a cushion here for Valenzuela PB Mendiola. It feels like uncharted territory, both for Don Bosco Garelli United as well as Valenzuela PB Mendiola, as we take a look at the statistics here.
You take a look at the stats. Garelli, 59% possession, 12 shots, 9 on target, as compared to Mendiola's 41%, 3 shots, 3 on target, 2 converted. And this is how you tell that you can throw the stats out the window, and what happens is what you do once you're on the pitch, and that's what Mendiola are proving at the moment. Very few shots taken. The quality of the shots, the awareness in transition, and just taking advantage of those fine margins, the defensive breakdowns of Garelli, and pouncing on those moments to find the back of the net twice. And as you mentioned, unfamiliar territory here. Mendiola up 2-0 against Don Bosco Garelli. And if I have to mention again, the first round, Garelli beat Mendiola 2-1. The second round, Garelli beat Mendiola again 4-0. But a different story is being played out here today, and Mendiola have the job done. And for Garelli, the halftime talk is definitely something that will be important, and the adjustments and the substitutions that will be made will play a big impact to how they can turn things around in the second half.
A pair of substitutions being made here by Don Bosco Garelli United to start off the second half. Perhaps not a surprise that they are in need of a bit of a change as they look to spark a comeback here. Just looking back at those statistics, incredible efficiency, if you think about it, from Mendiola. 3 shots, 3 of them on target, 2 of them in the back of the net. Incredible what they have been able to showcase today, alongside some real impressive defensive solidity. They've been working really hard all over the pitch to make sure they cover all the gaps, work hard for one another. Don Bosco Garelli United, you cannot count them out. There's so much quality on this team. They have injected a bit more quality off the bench. Desmond Ingay is one of their more prolific players. He's on the pitch now. And Pape Traore has checked in as well. There you have it, confirmation. Solomon Okereke as well as Ebenezer Aguier withdrawn for Desmond Ngai and Pape Traore. What's the focus here, Natasha, for Don Bosco Garelli United. If you're on the sidelines, what are you telling your players to get back into this game?
Of course, if you're Garelli, most important thing is that they're technically on the right track. They're creating those chances. They're winning possession in difficult areas. And it's just the quality inside and around the box. It's that final touch that really has spelled the difference between these two teams. Especially with the likes of Kimura, who has been setting it up on such a sweet plate for running, attacking players. Quality in the final third is the only piece missing for Garelli. So you take a look at the stats, they have possession, they have the chances, set piece opportunities, corners, in all regards are the better team in terms of how they've played in the first half. But it's Mendiola who were lucky on the 2 breaks.
Soberano making his way forward. Mendiola have made the most of their opportunities, that's for sure. It's also not without their hard work. You see here, Mbida, Aranyas, Obi on the opposite side. Grabe din yung work rate na ipinapakita nila ngayong gabi. Looking for the long throw. Gako with a header away.
Feel it as well with players that you mentioned. Ranyas, Beda, Obi. Even when they celebrate, it's all the same. It's really been playing as a unit.
Again, gifting possession to the opposition. They go unpunished on this occasion.
For Garelli, it's important to minimize the errors at the back.
Yes. He's done well. Either trying to get it into the run of Perilla. Barca looking to make more of an impact in the second half. Guy. Trying to thread the needle, Milgako unable to connect.
You can see the intention there. Gako finding the run of Kimura, just too strong on the delivery of the pass.
He's looking for the diagonal there, Youngmin Park. Didn't quite get a hold of it. Abarca. Naiwan yung bola. Navigate that. It's good work from Milgako initially. Faku getting the ball back. It's just a little too close to Mahinay. Mahinay, though, getting into a bit of trouble, and this has been a theme throughout the match. It's just a unwillingness to give up on any play for Mendiola. Obi being rewarded here just for his sheer pressure. Corner kick looming.
That resilience being shown by Mendiola. Put on the pressure, force the errors. Saw in the first half how quickly they were rewarded. Doing just that.
Clean swinger. It's a high looping one. Looking for the handball. Militan Pelayo had a good look at it. Not interested. Soberano. Finding Arañas in the pocket. Swings it.
You gotta love the confidence brewing from the attacking players of Mendiola.
Crossed all the way over to the opposite side. Opportunity perhaps. And Bida looking for support. Soberano pulls the trigger. It's into the arms of Ishii. Looking for the early release. And Guy making the run. Good work from Desmond and Guy. And Ugwa Faku back in time to deny Yamaguchi on the opposite end.
Mentioned that work rate of Wafaku, operating in the spaces in between. Important touch from him.
You see him here, crucial in defense, crucial in the offensive transition earlier. He's doing a bit of everything.
Just trying to set up Obi there. Bida rather. Set up Soberano. Able to take a shot, not enough power on it.
Confidence growing in this Mendiola side. We talked about the chemistry that they have. It's been brewing since the start of the year. Belief continues to grow, particularly tonight, that they are 2 goals ahead. It's a loose pass. Oof, that's quite a collision. You can't believe it. He did get there a step late. Fana feeling emotional at the moment. Perhaps the booking was harsh, but certainly it was a foul. Naunahan siya sa bola. It looks a painful one for the man on the receiving end. Naupuan siya ni Johan Fofana. That was quite a lot of force.
Taking some time to get back on his feet.
Assessing his midsection at the moment. It's a shame that the camera is not on it, because Papi Traore is looking ripped. Buti na lang may body armor siya.
Gako's day is done.
Started off well. Martins Milgako struck the upright. They've needed a bit more of inspiration and creativity in the final third. They're hoping substitute Hayato Kame will be the one to deliver. Mahinay. He's going to test the guardrails on the far stand there.
You also have to credit the players picked up by Mendiola during the recent Feb window. Otakian on loan from Wantagig, and Obi, who also played for Wantagig, coming on for Mendiola. These 2 players have been fantastic for their cause in the second round, coming on to the third.
Fofana's got to be very careful here. He could get sent off. Meriton Pelayo's got a decision to make here, because that foot was very high from Fofana. He's rolling around on the ground here in some pain. From my vantage point here, it looked like he arrived late, and his foot was high, and his studs were showing. Let's have a look at it here. Oof.
straight red.
He's late.
It's a straight red, and it's the second challenge between the two players as well. So on a yellow, he's lucky to get away. Just a foul.
That rolling around on the ground might have saved him. Pape Traore has done him a favor there by not selling it to the referee.
Gotta give it to Traore on both times. What a machine to just absorb so much of that physicality coming on from Fofana. But when you put your boot that high, studs up, and with contact, usually out of the game by this point.
Mendiola, no surprise, have been quick to make a decision. Immediate movement off the bench. Wouldn't be surprised if Fofana is among those to be withdrawn. It looks like it's going to be a double substitution for them. Meanwhile, Yamaguchi setting up. Desmond Ngai just wide of the post.
Passing was so good in and around the box. Yamaguchi setting up. Ngai took it outside of the foot and it curled outwards. Should have at least been on target.
What a golden opportunity missed. And no surprise here, Fofana going to be withdrawn. As we have Remedy Zlewolo being brought in.
That smart work from the coach of Mendiola. Don't want to wait until he gets sent off.
Medyo nararamdaman nila that the emotions were getting the better of their midfielder. Simply could not afford to go a man down here. It's a goal scorer, Julian Perilla, also being replaced. Aningalan coming on, who is also a goal threat, by the way, despite being a defender.
Aningalan, great player to have in your pocket, coming off the bench.
He was the man involved in both goals against Maharlika. In need of a bit of defending here, and Aningalan bringing down a player. Rather, that was Eldwin Escosora with a bit of a dangerous tackle inside the box. Play continues. Certainly an incident we'll want to watch back. Ishii getting that one out of touch. Was it a penalty there for Don Bosco Garelli? Certainly a lot of arms up as that player went to ground. Here's the moment. Kimura trying to control here. And he's taking a bit of contact from behind. Ooh! Did he get the ball, Escosora?
Not the best angle. You can tell that from that side he was able to get a slight touch onto the ball.
Jonathan Pelayo was right on top of the play. Felt there wasn't enough contact there. Play continues. Soberano touching it on. Sims is there. Able to turn Abarca. One-on-one now. Kimura looking for an opportunity at the ball central. Here comes the delivery, headed away by Ugwa Faku. So far, the resistance holding strong here for Mendiola. Yamaguchi. Alan denied by Sims. Barca attacking a sea of white, goes down, and it's a penalty. Youngman Park, the guilty party, as Jerome Barca saw 4 players in front of him, decided, I'm gonna go for it, and he's picked up the whistle inside the box.
Work from Barca, just attract the penalty. He was able to shift it in between the legs of Park. Say it was a soft call. You feel that. And with other occasions, the calls have been going for Mendiola. Cards that should have been there that were not given. I know that's not how football should be played, but on this occasion, the call went in their favor.
Monteguian trying to delay this penalty for as long as possible, as the spot kick is being lined up here by Yuta Yamaguchi.
I have to give it for the work rate of Barca. Did enough to attract the penalty call. That close control. Someone just run into Park.
Monteguian is a formidable figure in between the sticks. He's trying to make the goal look small here. Yuta Yamaguchi into the corner. And Garelli United are on the board. They cut the lead down to 1.
For the efforts throughout that whole first half. And in the second, well-taken penalty from Yamaguchi. Monteguian, yes, the right way, but it was taken so sweetly, just at the right spot, right power, that it was beyond the reach of the goalkeeper. The deficit was cut in half.
It had to be a really good penalty. A lesser one would have clearly been saved there by Monteguian. But here comes Arañas. It's been so slippery, difficult to control. Aningalan. Got enough to it to find a teammate. Aningalan activated once more. 2 substitutes. Finding on this right side, and that could be a penalty. It is! Michael Sims sucked into the challenge. And Remedies Lewolo brought down inside the box. A penalty for a penalty.
Closer look at the challenge there. It was just the knees that touched. It was a soft call once again. But you have to say to Meliton Pelayo, consistent with the soft calls on both ends. Because if you're going to call it on the opposite end for a soft touch, you might as well on the other side. So the consistency with the calls, you got to give it to him.
And Bida slots it in calmly to restore the 2-goal advantage for Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
Just like that, Mendiola answered back in 2 minutes. Really barely able to enjoy the goal that they scored. before Mendiola went on the attack once again. Cool, calm, collected, well taken from Mbida. She guessed the wrong way. He didn't have to go far, but the keeper guesses it wrong. He was able to just slot that in nicely.
Napakasakit para sa Don Bosco Garelli United. Kung kailan parang feeling nila makakabalik na sila sa laro. All of a sudden, ito na naman. 2 goals ang advantage ng Mendiola.
You have to give it to the players on the attacking end. Able to answer back so quickly. We saw the run of Arañas down that right-hand side. He was so quick to restart the attack. And Ningalan there to support him as well. They were able to keep the ball in a dangerous area towards the right end of the attacking third.
And again, that's that run out for a goal kick.
It's also something that you want from your substitutes to have a positive impact on the game. As you mentioned, Fofana was in really thin waters and he was subbed out of the game before he could do any real damage for Mendiola. Remni Wolo took his place, tracked the penalty. Again, maintained the 2-goal advantage that Mendiola have at the moment.
Real awareness from the coaching staff to know that the player is no longer focused on the match. Siyempre, importante na mayroong fire yung mga players mo, particularly in midfield. Pero pag naramdaman mo medyo nandidilim na yung paningin, siguro kailangan ng palitan. Napaganda pa with that substitution. Wolo making a very big impact there by winning the penalty. Once again, continues to be solid with those aerial balls.
That's exactly what you want from your keepers. When the corners come, corner opportunity, the crosses, that you're able to fully collect the ball. Usually a keeper can punch that out, but when you're able to safely collect with 2 hands and restart the attack, give your team the advantage. When you're a team like Mendiola, you need every advantage that you can get. One of the terms that we use, of course, for the player, mahawala na nga sila sa focus, head loss. I feel that that's really the direction that Fofana was taken. As you mentioned, the awareness of the coaching staff to take him out and put in Wolo.
Ningalan as well, making an instant impact on that right side. That's a great touch from Abarca. It's a clear pull back. It'll be a yellow card, probably for Zlewolo, but Melaton Pelayo has kept the card in his pocket.
I feel that Abarca has been coming alive in the second half. Sandwiched by 2 players.
He's quite lucky not to get yellow carded there. It's a clear tug back from Zlewolo. Arañas and Abarca quite familiar with one another from the UAAP. Fantastic to see both of them finding their footing here in the top flight of Philippine football. Ball into the box, hung up at the far post, and Guy again unable to find the target, but it's going to be a corner kick.
Garelli do just enough to keep the ball in a dangerous area, keep the attacking threat ongoing.
It's a Sigurado si Desmond Ngay particularly motivated to get the ball in the back of the net, having missed the golden opportunity earlier, and that went off the crossbar. Thrown back into the mix. Ngay pulling the trigger. There's still a player down for Mendiola. Great strike! And gathered by Monteguian. It's a great attempt from Hayato Kame. And finally an opportunity to get a bit of treatment on the Mendiola player who is clutching his head. He's gone down from the initial challenge. It's Victor Felicia.
Just sandwiched in between all the players. I feel that he got a bit of a elbow to the head there.
Here is the shot from Kame. Caught it sweetly. He's still down here. From the header. Siyempre nakataas yung mga arms. Try to protect yourself in the air. Mukhang natamaan. Itong si Victor Carlos Felicia on the side of the head.
I feel that he got that 1-2-3 punch. He got some contact from the headers with a hand or an arm towards his head. But as he fell down as well, saw at least the two players kind of tumble a bit over him. Good to see he's back on his feet.
Felicia. Seems to be okay. He slowly makes his way off. The play can restart. Felicia's still on the ground here. He's needing a moment to recover. He's been a crucial part of this back line.
Is one of the center backs for Mendiola, but let's see if Garelli can take advantage of Mendiola playing one player down. And it's your center back nonetheless. One of the pillars when it comes to the defensive duties. And keeping Mendiola in the lead.
Kanina mabilis nagdesisyon ang coaching staff ng Mendiola when it came to Fofana. This might be another moment where they need to be decisive. Just beyond Arañas.
Really on the counter, Abarca looking for a teammate.
Yamaguchi. It's a fantastic header. Two Japanese players linking up to perfection as Kai Kimura heads it into the back of the net.
No surprise there. Yamaguchi-Kimura connection. Fantastic work from Garelli. Been consistent on the attack. Wave after wave after wave. Took advantage of Mendiola being a player down. It's a fantastic ball. It started with Abarca onto the run of Yamaguchi, who got there first. The cross onto a running Kimura, who heads that one to the back of the net, making this game so close.
And you wonder, Natasha, would that goal have been made had Victor Felicia been on the pitch? It looked like Mendiola were out of sorts, only a back three in that moment in time.
Go, go!
They did not make the necessary adjustment there. Soberano called for the foul. He's going to get booked for his troubles. Desmond Ngay wins a crucial free kick in a dangerous area.
You feel this game heating up as we enter the last 15 minutes of this match. Soberano gets a yellow card for the challenge, rightfully so. He was already beat on that occasion. Now you're seeing Felicia down on the ground once again.
It doesn't look like he's going to be able to continue.
See that he forced to get back up, to get back on the pitch, knowing that he got scored on. Now needing medical assistance once more. The Mendiola players just putting in that pressure on the medical team. Come quicker. Felicia needing some help and some guidance. Went back down on the pitch. It really doesn't look like he'll be able to continue this matchup.
They need to make a change. Felicia's going to get stretchered off. Medical team now working as quickly as they can to be able to remove him, to give him the medical treatment he needs.
Mendiola are still in the lead. But you feel that there has been a momentum shift for Garelli since Felicia went down the first time.
Seems to be slipping away a little bit here from Mendiola.
You feel that the next goal is the make or break for this matchup. Mendiola gets the next goal. Feel that they could put this game to bed. But if Garelli get the next goal, then it's game on until the final whistle.
Still have time to complete the comeback here. 12 minutes. It's plenty to be able to turn a match around. Survive the initial threat from the corner, or from the set piece rather. What a game here in our second match of this doubleheader. There was some worry that these classification round matches would lack intensity. That has certainly not been the case, as that one is headed over by Youngmin Park.
Not at all. It's game. As you at the edge of your seat, how is it all going to end out? How is it all going to play out? Mendiola still with 10 players on the pitch. They're waiting for the substitute to be made. Now they have to take this on the defensive end with one player down still.
Into the box it goes. Real opportunity here for Garelli. Right in front of goal, and the flag does eventually go up.
You also have to give it to Motakian. Very aware. Quick reaction there, regardless of whether the linesman put up his flag or not.
So here come the substitutions.
See that one again. It was a Barca who was already offside.
Sacrifice Donatus Obi. Azad Nuran coming on. Amir Aningalan, no, cannot be. It is just going to be that one change. Tirado also checked into the match, and that would be for the injured Felicia. So restored to 11 are Mendiola. But they were certainly made to pay for their indecisiveness while Felicia was injured. Now Garelli have a real opportunity to tie things back up. Mendiola unable to progress in the transition.
It's really setting us up for the last 10 minutes of this matchup. Both teams not in the clear. Anything can still happen. Now 11v11 once more. Mendiola holding on to the slightest of leads. Let's see if the substitutes made can spell the difference. Send momentum back their way. Mentioned Obi has been removed for Azad Nuran. He's been known for the defensive efforts that he puts in a game. They've taken out one of the attacking players for a more defensive last 10 minutes of this matchup.
Touched on to Mbida. Mbida winning the throw-in.
It's also the confirmation of those substitutes made, and you hope that Victor Felicia, it's nothing serious. He's still receiving treatment there on the sidelines.
Seem to have been really shaken up from that aerial challenge. Arañas getting the ball back, skipping past one, couldn't get past the second marker. That's a great challenge from Soberano, or rather Youngmin Park. Allen losing possession. It's been won back. Sims under pressure. I think Allen's hand got struck. Will be handball.
Garelli on the chase here. Still enough time. Salvage a draw at least.
Sims threading it. Kame. That one looked like it went up to the arm of Yamaguchi. Kai Kimura with a cross. Azad Nuran. Gets all the way to Mbida. It's full of pace. Aning Allen making up the space at the far side. And Mbida unable to spot the run in time.
I feel that the attacks of Mendiola been very rushed. They've been absorbing a lot of the attacks. Defensively has been really their main priority, not sending the same numbers that they were setting up on top during the first half, first 60 and 70 minutes of this matchup.
Faku getting there. He's been deployed as another center back, but he's felt his hamstring. Could be a case of cramps here. See a pull up immediately after clearing that ball. He's not a player they can lose, Ugo Faku. He has been integral defensively and in their offensive transitions as well. To the box, opportunity! How did that not get touched in?
It was the closest chance that we've seen for Garelli. Yamaguchi onto Kame. Just couldn't get that sweet spot, and Abarca trailing behind, couldn't get the touch either.
Kita mo yung reaction ni Jerome Abarca. Inaasahan niyang tatamaan ni Kame. By the time the ball was missed, it was too late to react. Arañas managing to keep possession and beat up. That one goes wide. Corner kick is given. A touch from Ishii. And off camera, great to see Felicia making his way to the bench on his own accord. It was great work initially from Arañas. And this one, ooh, not sure he did get a touch.
Say that he got a fingertip to it. You also have to turn your head a little bit with Ishii. He's not very aware of exactly where the goal is. That was going outwards. He didn't need to make the touch. But better safe than sorry.
Into the box it goes. Arañas pulls the trigger, but that one's always rising.
I feel that a couple of the goals as well that were in favor of Mendiola, stemming from goalkeeping errors, the missed pass, misawareness of positioning.
BOSCO GARELLI United here. Guilty of just giving the ball away too cheaply. Time expiring. Mendiola more than happy to slow this game down. Arañas. That pass will be well behind Aningalan.
See the sense of urgency from Garelli to get things going. Ball is now with Mendiola once more.
Arañas trying to put it into the path of Mbida. Soberano going for the cross. Aguchi now looking for support. It's only Desmond Ngai. Barca pulling up with a bit of cramp on the play. Mendiola will be quite happy with that attempt. And Mbida now up against Caterinin. Shadowed very well. That's fantastic defending from Romel Caterinin.
Just a positional awareness. Buying some time, and the moment Mbida turned around, put on the pressure. That was Mbida's last involvement in this matchup.
Hong Song being introduced. Quite the boots to fill. Johan Mbida, 2 goals to his name. An incredible outlet and target man in front. Barca. Kimura gets it wide. Clever touch, he's gonna get it back here. No look pass to Amir. Aningalan.
6 minutes of additional time.
Yamaguchi. A bit too adventurous with that pass. It's 6 minutes to be added on.
Anything can still happen. Long 6 minutes for Mendiola. Really short one for Garelli.
Nice ball. Put it away only as far as Yamaguchi! What a hit! Don Bosco Garelli United are back level. An absolute banger.
Everyone in full celebration. What a goal from Yamaguchi. He hit that to perfection. Rocket of a shot at the perfect time. It was cleared out initially by Park. What a hit from Yamaguchi. Brace in this game.
BOSCO GARELLI United.
You can't hear it any sweeter than that.
Yamaguchi.
Absolute banger. Set us up for the last 5 minutes of this match.
In the game for Abarca. Fresh legs for Don Bosco Garelli United as they look to complete the turnaround. Yuta Yamaguchi. How about that?
For a moment, it felt that Mendiola were smooth sailing when it was 3-1. Slowly but surely, Garelli found their way back in the game. As you mentioned, they've had more of the possession, more of the chances. The persistence, never giving up. Able to claw their way from behind. 3-all, game on. Mendiola now on the attack.
Sadnuran! Ishii with a touch. Great stop from the goalkeeper, Shotaro Ishii.
Sadnuran tried to answer back quickly to restore the lead. Ishii, an all-important save. Gets his fingertips on it before it sailed outwards.
Now Mendiola with an opportunity to add another twist to this incredible match. Played low. Cleared away by Mahinay. Not very far.
Still in a very dangerous area.
So on the stretch there, Ugwafaku. Going to be a goal kick. It's played quickly as well by Ishii. See the intention. They won all 3 points. Yamaguchi. The cross. Mendiola can go the opposite direction. Aningalan.
Such an open game in the last few minutes of this match.
Anyas. Two-man game here with Aningalan, who's had it poked away.
End-to-end stuff here.
Yamaguchi's gonna get past Soberano. It's the space. Stooping header! So close. Kai Kimura getting down low to head that one just wide.
Give it to Yamaguchi. Just the confidence, take on Soberano 1v1. Let himself some space to go onto his stronger left foot to get the cross inside. Finds a target in Kimura. Couldn't keep it on target. Yamaguchi has played an integral role throughout this matchup. Scored the penalty, gave the assist to Kimura before scoring the third goal as well.
Soberano brought down, bringing down his marker rather. He's drawn quite the reaction from Desmond Ngai. He's picked up the yellow card.
He's lucky to get away with just the yellow.
Soberano keeping his cool, but he knew exactly what he was doing. Goes down here and just clips the arm, clips the leg there with his arm. Brings the player down. He's had the ball thrown at him. That could have been a yellow. And then he's had a bit of a collision of heads. Desmond Ngai.
When you see it from the replay, Verano deserved the yellow as well.
That is going back the opposite direction. Jonathan Pelayo blows the final whistle. An incredible match here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. You couldn't have written it if you had tried. A fantastic game. Don Bosco Garelli United clawing their way back to earn a point here against a very game Valenzuela PB Mendiola, who felt they were on the verge of a real upset here in the classification round. It finishes 3-3. Points are shared. Incredible game.
Mentioned both teams deserve a point each. Fantastic first half for Mendiola. Second half comeback from Garelli. It's a tale of two halves. Both teams played 45 minutes to their advantage. And in the end, the points are shared. This game had it all. The drama, theatrics, banger goals, penalty kicks, late goals in this matchup. And we were just talking about, the difference or the championship round and the classification round. But look at what the classification games are showing us. Just absolute cinematic football.
All of the emotions pouring out from the players on the pitch. They gave it absolutely everything for 96 minutes. And what entertainment they were able to serve today. Incredible stuff. And Yuta Yamaguchi, take a bow, sir. An incredible strike to put Don Bosco Garelli United level. Fantastic game. Julian Perilla got the goals started. Johan Embida made it 2 for Valenzuela PB Mendiola. Then a bit of a fight back. Yuta Yamaguchi finding the back of the net. Johan Embida restoring things. A pair of goals from Don Bosco Garelli United drew them back level as we take a look at the full-time statistics.
Two different ways of attacking. Garelli 57% possession, 23 shots, 16 on target, 4 corners. They had everything, but eventually only able to convert 3. A very gritty Valenzuela PB Mendiola, who took advantage of moments in transition. 43% possession, 8 shots, 6 on target, and were able to convert 50% of the shots that they had on target to make this game 3-3. It was a fantastic matchup, and we're so happy that you guys are with us until the very end. This is definitely one game for the books in this PFL Round 3 matchup.
Don Bosco Garelli United and Valenzuela PB Mendiola serving up a classic here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. For my partner, Natasha Alquiros Deto, my name is Jing Hamlang. Thank you for watching. Good night. God bless.
Congratulations on the results. What are your thoughts on the game?
Thank you so much. So I'm happy to score 2 goals and 1 assist, but first half was not too good. So we need to prepare, more improve and fix next Sunday game.
Could you tell us something about your goal?
Thank you for coming. That's it. Thank you.
Message to the fans. Any message to your fans?
So, thank you for coming and support. So, I'm looking forward to meet at Rizal next match. Thank you.